Hello friends, this is Partha Datta. Today in my video we will be discussing a very important topic considering the COVID situation which the whole world is going through. The title of the video is for COVID positive patients how to increase oxygen level at home naturally. Here we will be discussing mainly the self-proning techniques or the breathing techniques for COVID patients who are in home isolation. The correct indication for proning is when the oxygen starts falling in case of COVID-19 infected person. The oxygen level above 94 is normally considered normal. When you fix a pulse oximeter on your finger, make sure it's fixed correctly. The side where the red light glows or the display area has to be on the side of your upper side, that is on the where your fingernails are. Ensure that there is no nail polish on your nails, especially in case of the ladies, because it may give a wrong reading. After fixing this oximeter, wait for about 2 minutes. You will find a wave on the display of oximeter. When this wave stabilizes, then you get the reading. If oximeter is not fixed properly, you may get low reading and people, may start getting panic. When the reading shows less than 94, then you need oxygen. On that very moment, the patient needs pruning till oxygen cylinders are arranged or an ambulance is arranged, or you're waiting, you're not getting a bed in the hospital, especially those patients who are a bit serious with serious symptoms. Self proning is an additional method to bring up the flowing of the oxygen level or the fall in the oxygen level. This is not a magic bullet or is a substitute for oxygen, artificial oxygen, that is the external oxygen that is provided by applying a mask and cylinders or ventilation or ICU care. Self proning is scientifically proved method which is even applied on ventilated patients in any hospital with the patient where the patient is in ICU care. In case of COVID, as soon as the oxygen level starts dropping below 94, then if you start doing proning at home, then in maximum cases, it has been found that the oxygen level rises from anything between 5 to 10%, and in today's scenario, this percentage is very big gain, and this can be done by you at your home if you have any corona patient. Proning is medically accepted position to improve breathing comfort and oxygenation. Proning is extremely beneficial in COVID-19 patients with compromised breathing comfort, especially during home isolation. Now we will see the proning techniques one by one, which are going to just follow. One more thing, if you find this video useful, then please like it, share it among your loved ones, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel Fitness Fun 50. Now come on, we go to the proning routine or the proning techniques. The first among the proning techniques or the proning positions is known as the belly down. Here you will be needing few pillows and you have to make sure your stomach is not full. You have to also, when you are lying belly down, this technique, the main thing in this technique is that your belly should not touch or get pressurized on the bed. In our respiration process, the most important role is the diaphragm movement, which is in between our chest and stomach. If our stomach is pressed, then the diaphragm movement gets restricted. Take one pillow. This pillow has to be placed your hip bone area or the pelvic area, and one small pillow has to be placed on your chest area, upper chest area. Now see how the positioning is done. You may take one or two or the number of pillows depending upon the size of your belly. Put your hip bone area or the pelvic area on the pillow. The stomach should be free. Then put this small pillow on your upper chest area. You may put your chin also on that, and see there is a gap between the bed or the floor and your stomach. This is very important. This will help when you breathe in, your expansion of the stomach will be allowed. Now lying in this position, slowly do a deep inhalation through your nose, and in case your nose is blocked, you can also inhale through your mouth. And while you are inhaling, your stomach should swell with air, and then again slowly apply pressure. Press your tummy inside so that the air moves up and you exhale either through your nose or your mouth, but it is always preferable to inhale and exhale through your nose. This gap between the floor or the bed and your tummy is very important, otherwise that expansion won't happen. Now the placing of the hands, you may put your hands in front, as you can see in this video, or you can put in the sideways also. You will be seeing that is not important. The positioning of hand is not important. If needed, you can also put a small pillow under your feet. Now the next one is the side or the lateral lying down position, where first you will lie down on your left side. Keep your body loose and do slow and deep inhalation and exhalation. With inhalation, your tummy should bulge, and with exhalation, your tummy should get pressed. You can do the inhalation and exhalation through your nose, that is preferred. Otherwise, if it's blocked, you can use your mouth also. Now again, you turn to your right side and repeat the process. The belly down, which you have seen first, you can do for 2 to 3 hours. You can lie down in that position. Then again, when you are lying sideways, lateral, that is on the left side, that you can lie down for 2 hours. And again on the right side, when you are doing, you can lie down for 2 hours. That means 2 or 3 hours belly down, 2 hours left side lying down, and 2 hours right side lying down. The next, you have to sit in a cross leg position on your bed, and then keep your backbone or your upper torso straight, comfortably straight. Then slightly open your mouth and take a slow and deep inhalation through your mouth so that your chest fills up with the air. Try to hold it minimum 2 to 3 seconds and maximum as long as you feel comfortable. Then you slowly exhale through your nose. Inhalation you are doing through your mouth so that you can take maximum air or oxygen, and exhalation has to be through your nose. That has also to be very slow, and you have to exhalation should be a bit longer than your inhalation period. For example, if you are exhaling for the count of 4, your inhalation for the count of 4, the exhalation has to be minimum, say 5 to 6 or 7 to 8, which is comfortable for you. You inhale through your mouth slowly, fill the air with oxygen in your chest, and while you are holding your breath, you can do some chest exercise, chest expansion, shoulder ups, move your hands so that you expand your rib cage. This opens up the chest, side twisting, side bendings. Uh, you don't have to strain yourself, just do as much as you can which is comfortable for you. Now this holding is minimum. I prefer when you inhale and fill your chest with the oxygen, you try to hold minimum 2 to 3 seconds, but maximum is up to your capacity. And while you are holding it, you can do this chest expansions, side bends, just to expand your rib cage. The next is you lie down on the floor. This either you can do sitting, or you can, if there is some problem in sitting and doing this inhalation exhalation process, then you can lie down. Take a deep inhalation through your nose so that your tummy bulges. And then slowly press your tummy inward so that the air moves up and you exhale through your nose. Make sure your hands are on your side, palms facing upwards. Here also you can hold your breath for 2 to 3 seconds. Deep inhalation. With the inhalation, make sure your tummy bulges, and on that bulge you hold for 2 to 3 seconds and then slowly press your tummy in and exhale through your nose. When you are pressing in, what is happening? Your diaphragm is pushing your lungs so that the total air is, or oxygen or carbon dioxide is coming out of your nose. And when you are bulging your tummy, the diaphragm is moving downwards, giving more space to the lungs for expansion and take in more air or oxygen. So diaphragm is very important. Diaphragm is very important because the lungs as such cannot move, expand or contract much until and unless there is a pressure from the diaphragm. This lying down position in yogic terms is also called Vashishta Pranayama. This, along with the patients who are suffering infected with COVID-19, they should do it, and this also can be done by everyone, generally by everyone. This adds two things. It expands your lung capacity, it increases the oxygen level in your body, and the most important thing is it enhances your immune system. It strengthens your immune system, and enhances your immunity to fight against any kind of virus and diseases. So I would suggest that normally also, who are not infected with COVID, they should do this Vashishta Pranayam on a daily basis. When you do this self-proning routine, the blood supply in our lungs keeps on getting readjusted, and the mismatch between ventilation and perfusion is minimized, resulting in ideal oxygenation. Now we will see who all should not do self-proning. The first, pregnant women should never do. Those who are obese should never try this. Those with heart-related issues should never do it. Those with back or spine-related issues or any operations they had in their back or spine, they should never do it. Those who had hip bone or thigh bone fractures, operations or plates fixed, they should never try it. And last of all, do not do this after eating food. Again, I repeat, if you find this video useful, please like, share and subscribe my channel Fitness Fun 50.